I'm going to let you introduce. So
Okay,
we
good.
are live.
Oh, okay.
That is great.
Uh-huh.
So let me see. Just a second, just to see if YouTube is recording.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's repeating everything on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with a difference. Like,
Yeah, that's great. So we're live. So hello everyone. My name is Larissa. I'm co-founder and CEO of InspiraSonho. If you don't know InspiraSonho yet, you can actually know it right now. InspiraSonho is one of the opportunities for Brazil, and we share a lot of opportunities on Facebook page, and we are about to launch our own portal so we can get personalized information. But right now you can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/inspiraSonho, and there you can find a lot of great opportunities. We shared with you a few days ago about Yale Young Global Scholars program, and we had a huge feedback. A lot of people asked about it. So we invited some guests today to talk about it to you and to explain to you a little bit more about the program, about the application process, and how is the whole experience. So please, Rafael and Amy, introduce yourself.
Mm-hmm. Hi, hello everyone. My name is Rafael Carlos. I'm from Osasco, São Paulo, and I participated in the International Affairs and Security program at YYGS this year.
Hi everyone, my name is Amy Shah. I'm the Associate Director for Student Relations and External Affairs, and I basically run a lot of the communications and marketing engagements with our alumni, as well as logistics for the program actually that runs during the summer. So welcome to this webinar, and I hope to teach you lots about the program, and if you have any questions, we're here to answer them after.
Yeah, absolutely. So please, everyone, pay attention that Amy is going to present you the program and how you can apply to this incredible experience.
Thank you. So a little overview of the program. The Yale Young Global Scholars engages high school student leaders and encourages them to set their sights on further developing their skills. Our program really gives students a sense for what life is like at Yale. We try to think of the program as equipping you with the skills that will not only make you better students in high school, but better students in college and beyond. There's a growing network of YYGS alumni, and they've created a nice professional network where they support each other after the program ends, as well as the program staff that supports you after the program ends. We're located in New Haven, Connecticut. The summer on campus is a really wonderful time to get a sense of what Yale and New Haven is really about. So YYGS, as we call it, it's really an international experience. It's become increasingly competitive and much more international. This past summer, about 50% of the students attended school outside of the United States, and they represented 92 countries around the world in all 50 states. We have so many cultures, so many languages and perspectives that are brought to YYGS each year. The global perspectives that are created by our students, being able to interact with students from all over the world, such as Asia, Africa, Latin America, etc. It's really eye-opening to our talented high school students. There's a tremendous amount of diversity within the United States and around the world, and the cultural exchange really reinforces the learning that we try to instill with our students while they're here. So next summer, we're going to have 6 sessions, which is 3 more than we had last year, and they're going to be held on the Yale campus. They're each 2 weeks long, and we will admit approximately 200 to 250 students per session. So the first session is Politics, Law, and Economics, which is one of the 2 flagship sessions that we've held on to. This session is for students with interests in understanding American legal principles, economic ideas, and values and practices of government in historical and comparative perspectives. The second session, which is our another flagship session, is International Affairs and Security session. This is for students that are interested in international relations and security and learning historical lessons about leadership. The third session, which is new to 2016, is our Technology, Innovation, and Entrepreneurship session, which is very exciting because I think I would have applied for this session if I could. It's for students that are interested in how innovations in science or technology become a reality. We have our Applied Science and Engineering session, which is one of our new STEM sessions. It's for students who want to explore the application of physical and computer sciences and engineering. Next, we have our Biological and Biomedical Science program. This is for students who are interested in delving deeper in the study and application of life sciences. Lastly, we have our Sustainability, Energy, and Environment session. Now, this is for students who are interested in the study and application of natural and environmental sciences. So you can go onto our website, globalscholars.yale.edu, to get a deeper picture of what each of these sessions involve. And on the application, you can list in order of preference the sessions that you'd like to apply for. So each of the programs have different types of academic content, and they draw on talented members of the Yale faculty who love teaching and interacting with high school students in the summer. They all have unique academic attributes. There are some shared similarities among the 6 sessions, but we view this as an integrated Global Scholars program. And if you're selected to be a Yale Young Global Scholar, you're able to select the different areas of academic interest to you. All of the programs, they focus on leadership training, and we aim to increase analytical reading and writing abilities. We look to emphasize your oral communication and public speaking skills. We want you to work in teams, you work together on challenging projects, and we believe all of these skills are important for young people to learn for high-achieving careers in college and beyond. So now that you've heard a little bit about the programs, I can tell you what a typical day looks like. It's an actually very demanding intellectual program, as Rafael could attest to. We pack a lot in 2 weeks. A typical day is a mix of lectures from Yale faculty, discussion sections where you have small group discussions based on the key issues that were discussed in the lecture. We then have seminars, which are small groups of about 10 to 12 students, and you select these topics prior to the start of the program. We run about 75 to 80 different seminars per session, so you have a lot to choose from. The difference between the seminars and lectures or seminars are students discussing topics amongst themselves based on readings, and they're all moderated by a Yale student instructor, so these are Yale graduates or Yale graduate students or Yale undergraduate students. It's more participatory. Faculty members, they lecture you on different topics, and then they allow some questions at the end. And then aside from that, we have a day where there's a career panel where mid to senior level professionals come in. They discuss their careers and how they led up to them, and then allow Q&As at the end. We have some social events at the end. We have a talent show that's always a hit. We have a movie night where students watch a sort of a controversial movie, and then we discuss it at the end. Sometimes we have a series of TED Talks where you get to present something that you want to spread information about. Aside from that, there's tours of labs depending on which program. It gets very specific depending on the program that you are enrolled in. So more information will be on our website soon, so definitely stop by our website and take a look at that. So aside from that, I can tell you a little bit about where you'll be living. You'll be living in a residential college, or dormitory as we call it here in the States. Nobody else, it's very secure, no one else uses these colleges during the program, so it's completely monitored. We have directors of residential life who take care of all of the needs of our students outside of the classroom. The non-academic and social aspects of the program, we believe, are just as important as the academic side. So then I can tell you a little bit about how to apply to the program. The website link is globalscholars.yale.edu, and you can find the Apply Now link. And current sophomores and juniors are eligible to apply. This is the U.S. equivalent of sophomores and juniors. I know in Brazil your calendar goes from January to December. So we allow seniors to apply and attend the program if you're in your last year of high school, as long as you're leaving the program and going back to school. So you would graduate, I believe, in December of the same year. So next year you would graduate in December. The application requirements include 1 original 500-word essay, 3 short responses that are about 100 to 200 words each. We require an official school transcript, 2 letters of recommendation, an activity list or resume, and then you're allowed to submit standardized test scores if you've taken some tests that you want us to know about. Then there's also a $55 application fee, or you may submit a fee waiver if you're applying for financial aid. So that brings me to the financial aid. We do offer need-based scholarships. So now there's a part on the application where you can apply for these scholarships. Let me just pull up what you need. So in order to apply, you have to report your annual family income for the past 3 years, along with the number of households or the number of individuals in your household. You have to provide a federal income tax return from the most recent year available. And then also we allow you to write a short statement about explaining your financial situation. So if there are normally things that we can't see on a tax statement or your income, so we give you the chance to write us a letter and letting us know your personal financial situation. All of this is due in the same application, February 11th, 2016. The program tuition is US $5,500, and this includes room and board, linens, health insurance, and all of our processing fees. So just so you know, financial aid has known to cover up to 100% of the tuition. So we strongly encourage every student to apply regardless of their financial situation, because we do take that into consideration when admitting. So if you have any questions, I'm here to answer them at the end.
I myself, by the way, received a full scholarship to obtain by YYGS. So if you really need and not want, so if you need scholarship, do not hesitate to apply to YYGS. Any questions?
Right now, Rafael, you can share a little bit about your experience, and then we can answer all the questions from the audience. So feel free to share with us a little bit about how is to live this.
I just saw here that Julia is online. So when I went to Yale, I was with her. There was 2 Brazilians in the International Affairs and Security. I don't know why she's not here with us, but anyway. So yeah, I applied to YYGS as Emmy said. It's a very competitive program, and when you go there, you can see the academic rigor and the atmosphere. So like the day is very intense. There are 2 weeks, but it seems that it's more than that. I don't know how to explain this, but when I was at Yale, I came one day earlier, and there was a lot of people there already. So I talked to people who were really passionate about history, international affairs. They participated in several MUNs. And during my high school, I committed myself to humanities and to programs that were related to geography, history. So I participated in the student government, in scientific Olympiads of history and this stuff. So I could see at IAS, which is the International Affairs and Security, that everyone there were very good and were very passionate about it. So this is my tip to those who are applying to YYGS. Pick that program that you really like it and that you are really interested in it and apply to it. But talking about more my experience there, it was a very international experience. Not because it was IAS, but because YYGS like that. And Nowadays, for example, when people talk about, I don't know, what's happening in Afghanistan, in Syria, in Iraq, in Pakistan, the first thing that come up to my mind is not the map. It's not the map of the country, but the face of my friend Shamir, for example, from Pakistan. So I can feel that I left part of me in every single person who were attending the program, and I'm part of them as well. So at YYGS, we not only have a very strong and diverse community, but like not only is the academic rigor, but it's a combination of academic rigor and strong sense of community. So at YYGS, you can actually feel at home living JE college. You can feel that you have friends, that you also have a family. So YYGS is more than just an academic program. It's also an opportunity to explore the world and to explore different things that, like, I'm very interested in history, but there were people there who were also, I don't know, before YYGS, I had never participated in a Model UN, and the people there are really excited about it. And after it, I decided that I could try it, and I did it, and it's really fun. So, I don't know. The thing is that I'm very thankful about YYGS. I have so far the best experience of my life living at Yale and being in New Haven, Connecticut. And I guess that's it. That's it. Yes. Yeah, it was the best experience of my life so far. So if you are thinking, if you are considering applying to YYGS, do it. I'm sure that you're not regret it. So that's it.
Thank you, Rafael. He loved it so much that he wants to go back like soon.
Yeah, I really want to go back to Yale. Actually, I'm applying nowadays to Yale University. So most of my friends are applying there, and I'm sure that YYGS also will help you to not get into Yale, but to have a sense of how is living in a very competitive school, how is living in an Ivy League school. So I guess if you want to have this opportunity to, I don't know, if you are Brazilian and you are thinking about going to US to do your undergrad, consider applying to YYGS so that you can have these opportunities of living on campus, living where Yale students actually live, having the dean living with you, and I really felt that it was living a Yale experience. It's very intense, but it's also a family. So this is the combination of Yale. This is how Yale feels.
YYGS is a truly collegiate environment. You'll get the experience, you'll get the access to our faculty members, to the Yale student instructors that you can engage with at lunch. You can have dinner with them. You can talk to them one-on-one during free time. They'll personally help you. If you have questions about your personal statement, where you want to go to school, they'll help you develop your ideas in a more concise way and maybe even give you some clarity as to what you want to do for your future. In addition to getting this amazing, intensive academic experience that you're getting to experience with students from all over the world, I think one of the main things I hear from students after the program is that they can't believe how many students and friends that they've made all around the world. Now if they want to go travel, they have somewhere to go in Europe, somewhere to go in anywhere in North America, and you know.
One of the things that I really liked when I was at Yale at YYGS is that we have some seminars, which are small classes with maximum 15 students, I guess. So and there we have the chance to get to know your teacher or the person who are with you and listen to, like, having great discussions about it. And I remember my favorite seminar was about developing countries, and the main topic, I read many things about China, India, South Africa, and it was very interesting that when it came to the class, there were actually people from India, from Brazil, from I don't know, all the developing countries, from Russia, and it was really interesting that I was not just reading books, like I was not only on the internet just receiving things, receiving information and knowledge, but I was creating knowledge there. I was discussing, as a Brazilian, discussing the developing countries with people from India, from even from United States, what they think about Brazil, and it was really awesome. Another thing that I really liked was the capstone project. So during the program, you have to work in a research thing, and you really have to work with other people. So you develop this team working, the team working skills, and I did it about Pan-Africanism, which is about Africa, and I really had the chance to learn about it. But as most of my friends, and I also think YYGS, the best thing about YYGS is not the academic program, it's not the academic things, but it's about the people that we meet there, like the stories, the people, every single person there has a story, like it's very inspiring. And also, I didn't feel that I was a small thing in the middle. I felt that I was part of it, and that I was able to not only be inspired, but inspire myself. So it's the exchange of knowledge is really important, and YYGS can provide this.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing. I think that everyone was really motivated now to live this experience. So we can answer some questions that they are sending to us now.
Sure.
Okay, Davi and Renan was actually asking about the scholarship. And for example, is there anything which the students have to pay if they receive a scholarship, or they have all the costs covered, anything like that?
So we provide need-based scholarships. Like I said, that's based on your family income and based on other financial statements that you provide. It can cover up to 100% of the tuition, which is $5,500 US. However, we determine that based on the information you provide. And if we decide to award you $2,500, then you pay the remaining balance. But we really do take a hard look at your situation, and we try to accommodate students as best as we can.
Yeah, so there is a student here, Enrique, who said, I am applying to the International Affairs Department. Can you guys define what is the kind of candidate profile you are looking for?
I'm sorry, what is the kind of what?
The candidate profile you are looking for.
What you're looking for a candidate who is attending YYGS?
Okay, so the student profile that we look for, we look for an all-around good student. We don't just look at the grades. We look at, in addition to the grades, we look at extracurricular activities within your school, as well as community service activities, as well as anything that you've joined or that you've started as a leader. We like to see some leadership qualities in our students. We also look to see your relationships with your teachers through the recommendation letters. So we look at your character in that sense as well. So, and we look at your test scores if you submit them, but really it's a holistic picture of who these students are. We like to see teamwork. We like to see, as I said, leadership, dedication, just compassion. In your essays, you get to really show us who you are. So if I can give you one piece of advice, when you complete your application, spend time on your essays. Make sure that it really speaks to who you are. Don't look at it and think, oh, I think they would want to read this, so let me write it. No, we want to know who you are and be as unique as possible, because we see some generic answers over and over, and that's a little secret that I'll tell you. So just be as unique and yourself as you can. There's nothing we want to hear. We want to hear who you are, and that's a secret.
Yeah. It can sound a bit cliche, but the thing is that you have to be honest, you have to be yourself, but being yourself and like being different. So that's
exactly.
It's really great that you talked a little bit about the essay, because Enrique actually asked about what is each essay and response. So if there is specific things that you take and it just has that you don't have to, you shouldn't give this generic answer that everyone says that this is what they are looking for, but just being themselves and just talking about what they like and what they do.
Sorry, can you repeat the part of the question? Was there a question there?
Yeah, because you actually answered it already, because Enrique asked if you seek for specific things and each essay and responses during the application process.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understood. You kind of cut out there a little bit.
Yeah.
Enrique asked if you seek for specific things in each essay during the application process, because he is thinking about if he should write something that you want to hear or something that he wants to talk about.
Are you asking if there's something specific we look for?
Yeah, in an essay.
No, we look for genuine applicants. We look for, as I said, unique. We like to see leadership. We like to see community involvement. We like to see students that work well with others, but there's nothing in particular that we look at. Every single application is completely different. So really just, like as Rafael said, just be yourself and let us know who you are, because we want to know who you are. We don't want to read what you think we want to read,
exactly.
Whatever that is.
The second essay, if I'm not mistaken, there is the question is, tell us about the thing that you're most passionate about, something like that. And in this specific essay, I was applying to IAS, the International Affairs and Security Program, and I talked about a subject that is not related to international affairs or history or geography, like at all. So I just talked about a passion that I have that's related to science, by the way. So I was myself. I really I was very honest, and that's why I think that I was admitted.
So there's another question here. Leticia is asking, can you please explain us again the eligibility?
Eligibility?
Yeah.
Sure. So we admit students that are, so the U.S. in the United States, they'll be going into their 11th and 12th grade of high school. So that's their last 2 years in high school. The equivalent to that in Brazil would be, I think, as well, the last 2 years in high school. There's an eligibility. Yeah. There's an eligibility tab on our website that you can go to, and it specifies Brazil. As I mentioned, we know that the school system, I believe it starts in January and ends in December. So seniors, if you're in your last year of high school, you are eligible to apply to our program, as long as when you leave our program, you go back to school. So normally our seniors graduate the same year in December. So you finish our program in the summer, you go back to school, and you finish in December of the same year. So if that answers your question.
And are you looking for students who are applying to American universities?
Not necessarily. We just find that most of the students that are interested in our program are interested in applying to U.S. universities. But you know, a lot of students stay in their own country. A lot of students go to London, England, wherever. So not necessarily.
Okay. Questions?
Any other questions?
Victor is asking, do we have help with the traveling costs?
So we do not offer, our scholarships do not include travel. Last year we did have a scholarship for a Brazilian student that did include travel, a travel grant, but normally our aid is not allocated for travel costs. So we can give you up to 100% of the tuition, but then you would be responsible for getting yourself to the program and getting yourself home.
Okay, let's just see. Does anyone else have more questions? Because if you don't, we can conclude it.
I just want to mention also that we recently expanded to China. So we're having our first session in Beijing, which is a global program. So any of you would have been eligible to apply if you're in the 9th or 10th grade. So a little younger, 2 years younger than YYGS. So the next one will be next year. But we are accepting applications for our program that we're launching in Singapore. It's going to be at the end of May. So if you are currently in 9th or 10th grade, you're eligible to apply. So you could go onto our website and get information about that as well.
Oh,
that's really great.
I mean, there's a person who applied to the YYGS in Beijing, and she is in the 1st grade of high school here in Brazil, and is she eligible to apply to YYGS at Yale as well?
Yes.
That's
We encourage all of our students, if they're eligible, to go from program to program as long as they can.
Yeah, but like this year, like he can apply to both. Like, okay, good.
If he's in his 1st year of high school, if he's in 9th grade, then he won't be eligible for YYGS just yet. But when he becomes eligible, he can go to both programs.
Okay, good.
There's some questions here. Does the letter of recommendation must be in English?
The recommendation letters?
Yeah.
They can be in Portuguese.
Really?
We will translate them here. Yes.
Oh, great.
Yeah. We prefer English, but if that's not possible, then we accept Portuguese as well.
Will it hurt the person in some way? Like, it would be negative?
No, will not hurt the student at all.
Okay, good.
As long as the student can speak English, that's what we want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Very important too. Thank you for reminding me about that. That is why we are making this webinar in English. It was for these 2 reasons. First, to let me join us and talk to you. And second, because you have to speak English to apply for the program. So that's why we are doing the webinar in English.
Exactly. The course is a very fast-paced course. You're going to be learning from Yale faculty members, Yale students. You're going to be doing all of your work and readings in English. So we require a high level of English. And if you are curious as to what we mean by high level, you can go on to, we have online Yale courses. I believe it's oyc.yale.edu. And you can watch a video, watch one of the lectures, and see if you understand it, because that's going to be the type of English level that you're going to have to be up to.
We will look at the students in a different way. Those who haven't taken the TOEFL and those who did it.
No, the TOEFL is not required. It's a nice, helpful measure for us to see how your English level is, but we also gauge it by your essays, by your grades. So it's not required, and it won't hurt you if you don't take the TOEFL.
Great. That's a question that mentioned.
Davi is asking if a student visits the campus, if this will help them at the application process some way.
If they visited the campus, will it help them?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no. If you visited the campus, then consider yourself very lucky because it's beautiful. But I wouldn't say it would help your chances getting in.
Okay. There's a question here that I want to answer. The Lopes is asking, what kind of story someone needs to tell to the university that makes the difference? Okay, so Davina, Davi, Davi, you have to tell your story, and that's it. Do not try to think of like how the admission officer will like what he wants, but just be yourself again. Okay, tell your story.
Anna is talking about, was asking because she finished the high school last year, so we presume that she can't apply anymore.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you've graduated high school, you're ineligible to come to our program. Sorry.
And Renato has a... Okay.
Sorry?
Someone asked, what is the thing that you most pay attention in?
On the application?
Yeah.
Your essays.
Yeah, I would say that.
The essays are very important. It shows us who you are, and your grades are they're important as well. But I think your essays they speak more to who you are. And I mean, anyone can be very smart, get very good grades, but maybe not as well-rounded, because we want to see the extracurricular activities. We want to see your involvement and the initiative you take to be a leader in your community. And a lot of times students talk about their music interests. They like to write poetry. They're in drama. They like to sing. These are all things that we want to know.
Okay.
There is one more question here. It's a very specific case. Renato is asking, I will finish my high school in August, but in order to graduate, I need to finish a required internship. I'm planning to postpone it to attend the program. Can I do that? I mean, can I still apply if you postpone this internship?
If they're age and grade eligible, of course they can still apply.
Yeah, and that's the thing here in Brazil. There are some federal schools that it's different from the Brazilian schools. So they have 4 years, and there are some others that there is 4 years, and there's one more year for internship. It's mandatory for them to conclude their high school, but it's not like go to school and taking classes. It's an internship, but it's part of the high school curriculum.
So this is after the high school is over, correct? After they graduate?
Yeah, they do not graduate. They need to to complete the internship. It's very different.
We'd have to, if they can send us an email at global.scholars@yale.edu with your specific information, we can assess that individually, because it's going to depend on your age, when you graduate, a few other things. So any specific questions, you can email us, and we're happy to answer you.
Emily, you are just responsible for the Yale Young Global Scholars program, right? Because some people are asking actually about the application process to Yale University, but it's a different process and a different department.
Yeah, that's the Yale admissions office, which we are not. we only deal with the Global Scholars program in New Haven, in Singapore, and Beijing, and then the African Scholars program, which takes place on the continent of Africa.
Yeah. Um, Leticia is asking because she is going in a gap year in 2016, so she can't apply anymore, right? Because she had already finished high school.
Yeah, nope. So unfortunately, our requirements are that you finish our program and you have some high school left to complete.
Mhm.
So you cannot have graduated yet.
Yeah.
Victor is asking, okay, Rafael?
Nothing. Just like I have many friends who applied to YYGS and got into it, but they study in a federal school, so they have the fourth year. So anyway.
Yeah, he's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's different. Anyway.
Victor is asking because sometimes it's hard to get the transcript for the whole year before February. If he can send this transcript with the grades that he had the previous year.
Yes. We accept the previous year's grades and then whatever you can provide from the current year.
How many years of grades do you recommend to send to you?
I would say the past 2 years, if you can get those, that would be good.
Okay.
So, anyone have more questions?
If anyone has any other questions, you can always send us an email and we will normally get back to you pretty quickly. And our email address is global.scholars@yale.edu. Our website is globalscholars.yale.edu. And my personal email address is amy.shah@yale.edu. And Larissa, you can share that with them if you'd like.
Yeah. We can share your email with all of them.
Sorry?
We can share your email with them.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
So I think there aren't more questions. So I would like to thank you so much, Amy, for joining us and to answering all the questions and explaining a little bit more about the program and how it works.
My pleasure.
And thank you so much, Rafael.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank Rafael and you, Larissa, as well for hosting this webinar and hopefully educating many, many students on this program. We look forward to receiving all of your applications and to learning more about you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for everyone who watched us. This webinar is recorded, so you can watch again and again and try to understand a little bit more about everything we just talked about. And so, thank you so much, and we hope that everyone here is apply and getting and having a wonderful experience the next summer. And hopefully you will be able to talk to Amy personally next year.
I hope so too.
Yeah. So, bye.
So thank you so much.
Sure.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.